Singapore new launch condo timeline and financial guide as of April 2026. Buying a new launch condo in Singapore can feel confusing at first, especially when it comes to payments, CPF usage, and bank loans. So in this video, let's go through the full timeline step by step in a simple and easy way. Step 1. Booking your unit. Once you choose your condo unit, you'll pay a booking fee to secure it. This is usually 5% of the purchase price and it must be paid in cash only. Example, if the condo price is $1.5 million, the booking fee will be $75,000. After payment, you'll receive something called the option to purchase, also known as the OTP. Step 2. Apply for bank loan. Most buyers will apply for a bank loan shortly after booking the unit. As of April 2026, the maximum loan to value or LTV is usually 75% for eligible buyers. Buyers need to cover the remaining amount using cash and CPF. The bank will assess your income, existing loans, credit profile, age, and loan tenure. Important point: if the loan tenure is very long or if the borrower is older, the maximum loan amount may be reduced. For example, if the loan extends beyond retirement age, banks may offer a lower LTV. Many buyers first obtain an in-principle approval, also known as IPA, before confirming their purchase. Step 3. Exercise OTP and sign the sale and purchase agreement, also known as the SNP. After booking the unit, buyers will usually receive the SNP agreement within around 2 weeks. For new launch condos, you'll typically have around 3 weeks from receiving the SNP to exercise the OTP and sign. At this stage, buyers typically confirm the purchase and proceed with the legal documentation. You'll also need to pay buyer's stamp duty, known as BST, and additional buyer's stamp duty if applicable, plus the remaining down payment using CPF, cash, or both, and legal and valuation fees for bank loan processing. For a $1.5 million condo, the 15% down payment is $225,000. BST is approximately $44,600. Your lawyer and bank will usually help coordinate these payments. Step 4. Progressive payment scheme. One major advantage of buying a new launch condo is the progressive payment scheme. This means buyers do not pay the full loan immediately. Instead, payments are made gradually as construction progresses. The bank loan is also released progressively, stage by stage, which helps reduce the financial burden. For many condos, 5% is paid during booking, 15% during the purchase stage, and up to 75% from the bank loan. Remaining payments are progressively collected during construction stages. The bank does not release the full 75% loan immediately. Instead, both your remaining payments after the 5% booking fee and 15% down payment and the bank loan payments are released gradually as the condo construction progresses. That's why monthly installments are usually smaller at the beginning and increase gradually over time as construction moves forward. Typical progressive payment stages. When foundation work is completed, about 10% payment. When the reinforced concrete framework is completed, another 10%. When brick walls are completed, about 5%. When roofing and ceilings are completed, another 5%. When doors, windows, plumbing and wiring are completed, about 5%. When car parks, roads and drains are completed, another 5%. This continues until the project reaches TOP. TOP means Temporary Occupation Permit. That's when buyers can usually collect keys and move in. Step 5. During construction period. Construction usually takes around 3 to 4 years. During this period, monthly installments are generally lower. Buyers may continue accumulating CPF savings. Interest payments are usually smaller initially. This is one reason why many buyers prefer new launch condos. Step 6. Key collection and final completion. When the project receives TOP, buyers can collect keys, larger loan disbursements may happen, monthly installments become more substantial. After TOP, the project will later receive CSC, usually around 6 to 12 months later. CSC stands for Certificate of Statutory Completion and marks the final legal completion of the development. Here's a quick timeline and financial summary for a typical Singapore new launch condo purchase as of April 2026. Day 1. Book your unit and pay a 5% booking fee in cash. After booking, apply for bank loan or IPA, which is the in-principle approval. Around 2 weeks after booking, you'll usually receive the sale and purchase agreement, also known as the SNP. Within 3 weeks after receiving the SNP, exercise the OTP and sign the SNP to confirm the purchase. Within 14 days of signing the S&P, pay BSD or ABSD if applicable. Within around 8 weeks of exercising the option, pay the 15% down payment using cash, CPF or both. During the purchase process, legal fees are usually around $2,000 to $4,000. During loan processing, valuation fees are usually around $200 to $500. Around 6 to 9 months later, foundation completion stage, around 10% progressive payment. Another 6 to 9 months later, reinforced concrete framework completion, another 10% progressive payment. Around 3 to 6 months later, brick walls completed, around 5% progressive payment. Around 3 to 6 months later, ceiling and roofing completed, another 5% progressive payment. Around 3 to 6 months later, doors, windows, wiring and plumbing completed, another 5% progressive payment. Around 3 to 6 months later, car parks, roads and drains completed, another 5% progressive payment. Around 3 to 4 years from booking, TOP, also known as Temporary Occupation Permit, buyers can usually collect keys at this stage. Around 6 to 12 months after TOP, CSC, also known as Certificate of Statutory Completion, marks the final legal completion of the project together with the final 15% payment. Here's a simple financial example based on a $1.5 million condo purchase in Singapore as of April 2026. The 5% booking fee in cash will be around $75,000. Buyer's stamp duty, also known as BSD, will be approximately $44,600. The 15% down payment using cash, CPF or both will be around $225,000. Legal fees are usually around $2,000 to $4,000. Valuation fees are usually around $200 to $500. Maximum bank loan may be up to 75% depending on eligibility. The remaining payments are paid progressively during construction. Progressive payments are usually spread gradually over around 3 to 4 years. Understanding this timeline helps you plan more confidently. Always check with your banker, lawyer and property agent. Thanks for watching. Reach out to me today if you have any questions. I'm Ramesh and I'm here to help.